Hey Porch, it's Val. It's Sunday again, which means it's time for Virtual Porch. It is week 3, and I had something ready for you guys to post today, but just after church and just some other things, I just thought like there was something else that was on my heart that I wanted to share with you guys instead. So maybe that you guys are kind of where I'm at right now, and this is just getting kind of hard. And maybe the hardest part for you, like it is for me, like it is for all of us, is just the not knowing. The not knowing when this is going to be over, how long we're going to have to do this for, what things are going to look like on the other side, what's going to continue to be canceled, just kind of all of these uncertainties and these not knowings. And it produces in us a type of just anxiety and uncertainty in us. And maybe that's where you are too. Maybe that's getting harder and trying to figure those things out. This is what I want to share with you today, with those anxieties and with that suffering that you're feeling, whether it's big or small. Romans 5:3-5 says this: "More than that, we rejoice in our suffering, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and that character produces hope, and that hope does not disappoint us." Let me read it one more time. "More than that, we rejoice in our suffering, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and that hope does not disappoint us." I've been picturing all of you, and I just wish that I could look you in the eye or put my arm around you and tell you that God is at work in you in this time. God is using this time in you to produce something amazing inside of you. This is not wasted time. This is not paused time. God is doing something inside of you. He is producing in you endurance, just like a hard sports practice would. It's producing in you endurance to be able to do things that you wouldn't normally, that you never in the past have been able to do. It's producing in you endurance, and endurance is going to produce inside of you character, making you more like Jesus, making you more ready to battle the things that are going to come up against you in life. For him, and that character is also producing in you hope, that is going to make you just a beacon of hope, that you are just going to be able to burst forth into a world that needs that hope so desperately. So in this time of suffering, God says, listen, if you're suffering, I'm at work. I'm at work inside of you. I'm using that suffering to produce endurance and to produce character and to produce hope, which ultimately will never, ever disappoint you. It's awesome to know that each of you, in your house, in your room, in the place that you are right now, God is doing that inside of you if you will let him. So know that however you feel like you are suffering, whether it is in something big or in something small, he is using it to produce something amazing in you, that you will be changed for the rest of your life and be more like him. So then what do we do with that suffering and that anxiety and stuff that we're feeling? 1 Peter 5:7 says this. It says, "Cast all of your anxieties on him because he cares for you." So know that we can come and we can cast everything that we're feeling upon Jesus. So as those anxieties rise up inside of us, and that uncertainty and just that feeling that you hate, bring it to Jesus. Pray, tell him everything. He can handle it. Lay that before him. Maybe journal. Get it out. Get it in front of him. It says, cast your cares upon him. Like, lean the full weight of your cares and your struggle and your stress upon Jesus. Why? Because we never burden him with those things. He cares for us. He can handle it. Tell him all of those things, and then trust him and say, Lord, I know the promises of Romans 5 are true, that you are producing something great in me in the midst of all of this. So that is just my word for you guys today for Virtual Porch. Know that God is using this time, using the suffering inside of you to create something awesome in you. And that we can cast our anxieties and our cares upon him because he cares for us and he loves us and he's with us even in the midst of this. So I love you guys. I miss you. I'm excited to see who you are at the end of this because I know that God is busy at work in you. So we will talk to you soon. Stay in touch. Reach out if you need anything. As always, see you next week. Bye.